Welcome to a new video on my Raspberry Pi 3 in combination with the PiXtend PLC, Programmable Logic Control. Recently I got feedback from someone who frequently watches my videos and asking, wow, that's a very big Raspberry Pi. Aren't they smaller? Well, to be exact, that is the Raspberry Pi stacked upon the PiXtend PLC. So everything from this is the PiXtend, and only this is the Raspberry Pi with this cable connecting them. That said, the focus is once again the digital input. I've had to change some wiring and I'll explain why. Alright, as you can see in the screencast here, I have the Tiger VNC to the Raspberry Pi, which is, as I said, only this small piece of printed circuit board with the C code and a terminal to execute it and see the output. Then here an SSH session to start the VNC server, obviously the camera, and the schematics, and then you can see that this is actually the part where it is focused on, which is in reality this. I mentioned that I have rerouted the wiring a little bit. The problem that I was facing is that these are actually two separate wires, each dealing with 4 connections. So how to deal with it? Well, I had put a double wire in one connection. Doesn't really work out, not as nice. So I have decided to put this wire from here in here, which it already was, but not anymore from this point of view. Short wire now here, then this wire, which is also this one, connected. So now it should be the same way, but a little bit rerouted. Original signal, then from here to the first input, from here to the second input, and here both wires coming together, and then connected to the fourth input. Let's see if anything happens. Oh, and does this work? Yes, it does work. So now running the C code. And yeah, I will have to keep pressing. Last time I had a very big disappointment. Only zeros. So what will I get now? And indeed, none of the LEDs did anything. And I'm afraid that is still the case. So my big question is now, why is that happening? I would expect at least some value. So yeah, measurement or a signal on the oscilloscope, either one of them, but if I shield everything with my hand from the light, I see absolutely nothing happening, as if they are all broken. So what I'm going to do is take a multimeter, a lot quieter than the oscilloscope, and see whatever I get out of it. Okay, now I have this multimeter. However, when I measure right here, I'm not pressing anything, the voltage is still with the scale set to 30 right here. So it goes now to 6 volts. 30 divided by 6 is 5 volts. So the point is giving 5 volts. Which it should not, because it should only give 5 volts when I press this switch. So I actually have to replace this switch. So it actually stops the 5 volts unless being pressed. Do I have one? That's a good question. And I realize I am reasoning the wrong way. With a multimeter or a voltmeter, you are measuring the potential difference. That means that this is 5 volts. Here's 0 volts, so you measure a potential difference of 5 volts. So if this is 5 volts and this is 0, you're measuring 5 volts, or in this case 6 volts, which means that this is actually not 0 volt but -1. Measuring here gives 6 volts. So what I should do, put this thing in here and measure with this one. So this should give no measure result. 0 compared to 0. This, however, should be 5 volts, which is correct. This one is correct, 0. This one is -1 or minus something. So how is that caused? Because that means that when this is a correct 5 volts, because the power supply that is located right here is set to 5 volts. So this is minus. Measuring here is minus, which is strange. Which once again tells me that if this one is 5 volts, this is correct. This one is minus. I press here and I get 5 volts. So in effect it's 6 volts added. So the switch is not wrong. Do I get the same effect here? Most likely yes. Pressing, showing nothing. So where do I have to do it? Right here on the wiring. Press 5 volts, which on this side. So now with everything connected, this is correct. And this stays absolutely 0. Or minus actually. So now that I know that that the voltage is correct, thanks to logical reasoning, pressing the button again, and I have to click here. No. Then why am I measuring digital input is 0? I'm not getting it. Everything is correct, it just doesn't work. Doesn't function. Doesn't do it. For whatever reason. Should I put another LED in and see if that checks out? I probably should. And another example of fischertechnik to the rescue. I have pulled 2 wires that I had here out of it and put them here. Mass wire to the mass or ground. This wire is connected straight to the black wires. So if there's any voltage over it, it should burn. And yes, so it does. So, no question about that one. Then, once again, pressing the button with the fischertechnik LED right here burning, and selecting go. No value whatsoever. And you can clearly see that the LED is working. Stopping now because I released the button. Burning because I pressed the button. So, why are these LEDs not working anymore? And why do I get on these points all zeros while it should be measured correctly? And not too long ago I got some nice output. I can't tell. I have no clue. Otherwise than results from the serial interface and other results proved and showed nothing at all. So either the board has gone up in virtual smoke, I haven't seen real smoke yet, or there's something I'm doing completely wrong somehow. I don't know. But yeah, well, I just don't know, and it's open. If you know something, please tell me. And with this remarkable and disappointing result, although this is a positive result, and I thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel to give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion, please. Much appreciated. You can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter. Please show your support by making a donation via either PayPal or IBAN. Please see my website for more information. Or see under this video or to the next to the next end part of this video. You can also become a patron and have your name mentioned, being a co-producer and whatsoever. This is going to be continued, obviously. No clue how or what to do, because this is a riddle. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye.